I think the Yankees have been very fortunate, if you think about it, Michael, that the two franchise stars over the last 20 or 30 years, Don Mattingly and Derek Jeter, were both replaced by the perfect guys. Tino Martinez for Mattingly and this guy, Didi, for the great Derek Jeter. And how popular has he become? Not only from the power side, he's the all-time home run leader in franchise history for a shortstop now with those 25 homers, but the way he plays defense, his smile, his post-game tweets with all the emojis, just a super popular player who's really become a fixture in a short period of time. And that is something that an organization really had to think about. You talked about it a lot, Michael, both on your show and here during the games. But boy, if you're a front office for the Yankees, you got to worry about replacing somebody like a Don Mattingly when that happened, or a Derek Jeter.
And the 2-2. And what's interesting, David, you lived through it with Tino. Both guys started off poorly, really struggled, and lesser men might have crumbled. Tino had a really bad April, and Didi also really struggled in April, but they both picked it up. Look at the progression over the 3 years. He rebounded to hit 265 that first year, then 276 with 20, 285 with 25. He's a legitimate force. In fact, he's a Yankee cleanup hitter on a team that scored 800 runs.
Yeah, who saw that coming?
Nobody.
You can talk about Aaron Judge, and everything you say about Aaron Judge is probably not enough for the type of year he's had, but you're right. I mean, Didi Gregorius batting cleanup.
And seems comfortable there. Doesn't seem to be stressed out about it at all. He's got a great demeanor, and he's really liked by his teammates.
In an abbreviated year, started the year on the DL.
2-2. 3-2. Holiday's on deck. Lined into left field, coming on Melky, and he's going to make the catch on a short hop, so a base hit for Gregorius. He tried to sell it to the third base umpire, Jerry Lane, who wasn't buying.
Clearly a short hop right there.
So let me see if I can get it out here.
Fish ain't biting on that one. Melky's always had a sense of humor.
Here's Matt Holliday, struck out looking and grounded back to the mound. So, David, what do you think of Junis so far?
Just as advertised. I mean, really good presence. At times, he's shown that really good slider. We saw him freeze Aaron Judge as the last inning on a good, hard-biting slider. And just throw strikes. Very composed out there.
Didi falls down at first. Let's see if he's okay. Got a smile on his face, so I guess he's okay.
Ooh, got his spikes caught. See right here on that plant. Just not quite enough. They catch some flack for that in the dugout later.
That's what's going to affect him the most. One and one.
But Junis, to answer, to finish that point, Michael, the Royals rookie starter looks like a keeper. Looks like he has pitched his way into the equation going into spring next year. Can probably be counted on for the back of the rotation. Will certainly get a good opportunity to do so.
That one is ripped to left field. It's a base hit. It's going to go to the wall. Gregorius is at third. They're sending him home. Here's the throw. Here's the play. He's in there. It's an RBI double for Holiday, and it's 4-0 Yanks.
Well, these are the plays, Michael, that don't show up in the box score that are so important. The category of base running, being able to score from first base on a double is a big deal.
Well, that'll bring out the pitching coach, Dave Island. He's done a good job with the Royals, and here's the play at home.
And another little bit of an awkward slide for Gregorius as he rolls over at the end, but nonetheless, good base running here as you read it. Now you're thinking score all the way right here. And Gregorius gets to go ahead. Easily is going to beat this throw, and you see a little bit of awkwardness at the end, a rollover. A little bit of an adventurous trip around the sacks for Didi in this go-round. I've told you before, Michael, one of the things I like about sabermetrics is it's putting an emphasis on defense and base running. And it's not just the old offensive categories that we judge players by nowadays on the offensive side. It's not just about home runs, RBIs, and batting average. You know, it's everything combined. And base running, a very underrated facet that's hard to quantify, and that's one of those categories. Scoring from first on a double.
Greg Bird takes low 1-0. So Holiday picks up his 61st Rookie of the Year. Yankees lead 4-0. Runner at second, 1 out. There's a breaking ball strike to Bird, 1-1. That one's drilled deep to right. There it goes. See ya. Into the second deck. A 2-run home run for Bird. And it's 6-0 Yankees.
Especially sweet for Greg Bird at this point to come back after all he's been through and reestablish himself as a legitimate threat. Batting in this ballpark, a no-doubter on the second deck.
That swing was made for this park.
And now looks like, you know, a guy that could be an impact player. Not only in the first round wild card round, but looking forward. The Yankees get by that. And Greg Bird is now a legitimate factor.
Two and one to Frazier. Frazier's 0 for 2, grounded to short and struck out. Popped the breaking ball in there for a strike. 2-2.
It's a welcome to Yankee Stadium moment for young Jake Junis here. And pretty decent day, just got knocked out of the park.
Ground ball to second. Merrifield. 2 away. You see Bird here. A little stealth thumbs down toward the dugout. So the ground out by Frazier will be the last batter that Junis faces. So Ellsbury's coming up. And Ned Yost is coming out. He's going to take Junis with him as he signals to the bullpen. The Yankees have a 6-0 lead. Settle in.
Car's ready?
Wrong car.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. You guys want to check it out?
It's someone else's car.
What is this? It's the all-new Chevy Equinox.
This feels like a luxury SUV.
Your car's here.
Bummer.
Do we have to take that one back?
Wah, wah.
Can I take this one home?
Current qualified Chevrolet lessees can get this all-new 2018 Chevy Equinox LT for around $199 a month, or get $2,500 total cash allowance. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
If you want to buy art from an obscure website in China, and then pay your roommate back for the lo mein from Chinatown.
Thanks, dude.
Dang on it, bro.
PayPal can do that. PayPal lets you pay friends back fast, so you can all chip in for gas and start your road trip off right.
I used to love going to sports bars for honey barbecued chicken, but now I'm doing the dad thing.
Yeah, he is.
So we go to DQ for the honey barbecue glazed chicken strip basket. I like this dad thing.
I like this blizzard thing.
The sauced and tossed honey barbecue glazed chicken strip basket, only at DQ.
He was an ordinary man, changed by an extraordinary event.
Sir, you are now the President of the United States.
With approval ratings through the roof.
This is brought to you in part by Delta. We fly to the most destinations from New York City to get you where you're going. Delta, keep climbing. And by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicle of the New York Yankees. So that'll do it for Junis. And Ryan Buechner comes in. One of the 4 lefties in the bullpen.
Ryan Butcher. Pretty solid numbers.
And there's a strike. Ellsbury's 0 for 2. Popped to short and then line to right. Nice play by Bonifacio. See that little hesitation right before the delivery.
That's what Michael was talking about, and the fastball jumping right out of his hand by Ellsbury.
Did he go? Yes, he did. Ellsbury does not like the call, and he goes down on strikes. But the Yankees get 3 runs. Didi, an adventure for him. Stumbled, smiled, then scored on another stumble. Bird, a little bit more classic. Didi and the Bird, that new Disney show, strikes again.
This is the Xfinity Best Offer of the Year, Dude Perfect style. Yeah! Did you see that? Want to see it again? Yeah! You get epic internet and Wi-Fi. X1 with built-in Netflix. And more shows on the go than anyone. Dude, perfect.
Get our best offer of the year on the X1 Triple Play and get free installation. Plus, get X1 DVR free for a year. Click today.
PayPal lets you check out with any of your payment types, because sometimes debit makes sense, and other times credit makes sense. PayPal lets you set your payment preferences in advance. So when you're ready to check out, you won't have to type in those digits.
I used to love going to sports bars for honey barbecued chicken, but now I'm doing the dad thing.
Yeah, he is.
So we go to DQ for the honey barbecue glazed chicken strip basket. I like this dad thing.
I like this blizzard thing.
The sauced and tossed honey barbecue glazed chicken strip basket, only at DQ.
He was an ordinary man, changed by an extraordinary event.
Sir, you are now the President of the United States.
With approval ratings through the roof. Wednesday, Kiefer is back.
Playtime is over.
In the White House drama
Patrick Lloyd has killed over 1,000 people, and he's threatening thousands more.
that will have America addicted again.
He's coming after my family?
Designated Survivor, season premiere Wednesday on ABC.
The premiere of a new Center Stage with Michael Kay, as legendary sports broadcaster Bob Costas reflects on his illustrious career, plus hear about his love for the game of baseball. That's Thursday at 11, only on Yes.
You'll enjoy that show, so tune in for that. Here's Hosmer against Sabathia, and the first pitch is a strike as we start the 7th inning. Cadillac scoreboard, I promised you that. 6-0 Yankees.
You've had a heck of a run with Center Stage. How many episodes now?
Over 200.
Over 200
Yeah.
at this point. Yeesh.
That one is looped to left field. It's a base hit for the Royals' first baseman.
Does it work like the Larry David and Seinfeld show? Do you get residuals?
No.
You don't get the SAG checks?
No.
For the reruns? No, it doesn't work that way.
No,
right?
it doesn't work that way. I'd make a lot of money if it worked that way.
That's the key, right? I still get a SAG check here and there.
For the
SNL appearances, yeah. I got one the other day, $6.97.
Now, do you cash it?
A couple of them I kept, just
Yeah.
to keep them, for posterity's sake. But now I'm kind of cheap, so I'm starting to cash them.
Good for you. All counts. High fly ball, deep left, going back Gardner. Track, wall, see ya. A home run for Sal Perez. A 2-run shot. Royals on the board. It's 6-2 Yanks. RBI 79 and 80 for the Royals catcher. And his 27th home run. Good year for him.
Yeah, almost a breakout year in terms of power for Sal Perez. Adds to his career high. Number 27. Looked like a cutter that stayed up and out over the plate. Sal Perez hit 22 home runs all of last year, now 27 this year. So a progression on the power side for Perez, continuing on an upward trend.
Pitch to Moustakas. 1-0. Check 1-1 now. That was a ball. One and two.
We saw Joe Girardi had Chad Green warming up last inning, and then obviously the Yankees got the Bird home run, pushed it to 6-0, now 6-2, mainly because Sabathia's pitch count's in such great shape. Number 80 coming now here in the 7th.
High fly ball, deep right, Judge back, track, wall, see ya. Back-to-back home runs by the Royals, and it's 6-3 Yanks. So just like that, the Royals offense comes alive, and just like that, CC Sabathia's afternoon is over. 6 strong innings, but in the 7th, a 2-run home run and a solo home run cut the Yankee lead in half, and Girardi will go to his bullpen, and they will try to hold it right here. Sabathia will get a nice hand from the crowd, and he leaves with a 6-3 lead.
So busy in here.
Yeah, those are my exo searchers. They're searching hundreds of exercises so I can find the one that's right for me.
Oh, kind of like how Kayak searches hundreds of travel sites so you can find the flight that's right for you.
Yeah, exactly like how Kayak does that. Okay, thank you.
Compare hundreds of travel sites at once. Kayak. Search one and done.
PayPal lets you check out with any of your payment types. Because sometimes debit makes sense. And other times, credit makes sense. PayPal lets you set your payment preferences in advance. So when you're ready to check out, you won't have to type in those digits.
I used to love going to sports bars for honey barbecue chicken, but now I'm doing the dad thing.
Yeah, yes.
So we go to DQ for the honey barbecue glazed chicken strip basket.
I like this dad thing.
I like this blizzard thing.
The sauced and tossed honey barbecue glazed chicken strip basket, only at DQ.
This is the Xfinity Best Offer of the Year.
Go to Twitter right now to vote for the player of the game. That's right. Go to @YesNetwork on Twitter to vote for today's player of the game. Is it A, Aaron Judge, B, CC Sabathia, C, Greg Bird, or D, D.D. Gregorius? D.D. Gregorius. So there you have it. You can vote for the player of the game at YesNetwork.com on Twitter. Get involved. Chad Green's getting involved. He comes in relief of CC Sabathia. The numbers are amazing. 66 in the third innings, 101 strikeouts, and just 16 walks. And he deals to Bonifacio outside. 1-0. 6-3 Yankees over the Royals. We're in the seventh. Just got a text from Mark Gubaza. He said, I'd like to vote for you and Coney on Twitter.
How about that? Gooby, my former roomie. He was my roommate in the minor leagues.
Boy, that must have been some roommate combo.
He kicked me out.
Did he really?
Yeah, he said, I can't live with you anymore. And that was it.
And you're still friends?
Oh, yeah. We were rookies with the Royals. Gooby, former Royals pitcher, pitched for the Angels, and now broadcaster with the Angels.
Was he right?
Yeah, he was right. Never cleaned up, dirty room, drank all the milk, you know, the normal stuff.
Did he go? No, he did not. So Green walks Bonifacio.
It's a rarity. A walk from Chad Green, just number 17 on the year. You know, the Royals were loaded with pitching back then, Michael, in the early 80s and leading up to the 85 World Series season. There were three of us, Mark Gubaza, Tony Ferreira, who's now pitching coach down at IMG Academy in Bradenton, and me. And us three were all high school draftees for the Royals, and all three made it to the big leagues.
Swing and a miss. That was 98 miles an hour. How do we know? Because we have the fast pitch speed analytics brought to you by Fios. Let's see if they turn two. There's one. Not in time. They could not double up Escobar. So one away.
Just one hop too many. Escobar runs very well. Bang, bang. Clearly safe. There are a lot of relievers that throw very hard nowadays, and some that throw harder than Chad Green, but the life on his fastball, and I know, Michael, we've talked about it a lot, and Paul O'Neill mentioned it the other day, it just seems to have extra life, seems to jump at the hitter. We used to talk about that for years. I played with a guy, Sid Fernandez, who had that kind of life on his fastball. Whenever you played catch with him before the game, your glove would snap back, and nowadays we can measure it with spin rate. Chad Green has a spin rate that's off the charts on his four-seam fastball. Almost 2,500 RPMs. The revolutions, that's the stat that measures how fast his fastball spins. Well above average.
What's the average, David?
The average is around 2,255 RPMs, 2,200. Chad Green's a little shy of 2,500. So one of the higher spinning four-seam fastballs around, and that's how you can tell why there's so many late swings and swing and misses on his fastball, especially up in the zone.
With all the analytics and teaching, can they teach somebody to have a better spin rate? Or is that just something you're born with?
I would say it's probably innate. It's
Right.
something you're more born with, although I do believe there are drills you can do to increase spin rate, how to spin a baseball. If you think about shooting a basketball, a rotation on a free throw, if you're shooting a free throw, some spin more than others.
Orlando swings and misses. He goes down on strikes, two-way.
I know there are a lot of pitching coaches and young pitchers trying to learn how to spin a baseball nowadays with new technology. We shall see. Stay tuned. But Chad Green's got it. And it's led to a remarkable season for him so far.
Here's Merrifield. We are still so much in the infant stages of discovery. But we're learning why David Robertson throws 93 miles an hour and gets it by you, and there could be a 102 mile an hour fastball and you can consistently strike it. But we're learning.
Yeah, you're right. That's a great point, Michael. We're just scratching the surface on some of the data that Major League Baseball's advanced media is putting out in StatCast, and reams of data that have even yet to be gone through or figured out. So many things to look at. It's a case in point right there, 98 miles an hour right down the middle. We've seen hitters consistently swing under that pitch. So there's the notion of a rising fastball maybe is a little bit of a misnomer, or you're misunderstood, but certainly drops less. It certainly has a riding action on it that fools hitters consistently. You see so many hitters that look like what Merrifield does right now. Like, how did I miss that? Just swung through it again. Fastball right there.
There's a free ticket. Runner goes. Foul away.
You know, that's what makes the Yankees so dangerous potentially in postseason, getting by the wild card round, even in the wild card game, that you can start the 4th or 5th inning. As you see Trevor Cahill now getting hot for the Royals. You can have Chad Green warming up in the 4th inning, or David Robertson warming up in the 5th. You have shortened the game with arguably your 2 hottest relief pitchers are your first 2 options now. You don't have to talk about how you manage your bullpen or using your closer in the 7th. You've got Chapman at the end. You've got this guy and David Robertson as super relievers ready to go, multiple innings. And to me, that puts the Yankees in a better position than just about any other bullpen in the big leagues right now. And David Robertson has been spectacular in his return to the Yankees.
The only fear you have is, you know, the flip of the coin nature of that one game. If they can get through that wild card, then they could flex some of that muscle. They could show that bullpen off in a short series. They could show the depth of their starting rotation. They have to get past that wild card game, and then anything can happen. Runner goes, 3-2. Grounded to second. To Reyes. Hits Merrifield, and that'll do it. 3 runs, 3 hits. No errors and 1 man left on base at the end of 6.5 innings of play. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. It's the Yankees 6, the Royals 3, but we'll stay right here as we honor America in the Bronx.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and offer a moment of silent prayer as we remember the servicemen and women who are serving our country at home and around the globe. Thank you. Now, please join in Kate Smith's rendition of God Bless America.
PayPal lets you check out with any of your payment types, because sometimes debit makes sense, and other times credit makes sense. PayPal lets you set your payment preferences in advance. So when you're ready to check out, you won't have to type in those digits.
Limits are meant to be pushed. It's the only way progress is made. Some prefer to pace themselves. But I choose to floor it. Chase down your passion. Never halfway. Hankook Tire.
I used to love going to sports bars for honey barbecue chicken, but now I'm doing the dad thing.
Yeah, he is.
So we go to DQ for the honey barbecue glazed chicken strip basket. I like this dad thing.
I like this Blizzard thing.
The sauced and tossed honey barbecue glazed chicken strip basket, only at DQ.
This is the Xfinity Best Offer of the Year, Dude Perfect style. Yeah! Did you see that? Want to see it again? Yeah! You get epic internet and Wi-Fi. X1 with built-in Netflix. And more shows on the go than anyone. Dude, perfect.
Get our best offer of the year on the X1 Triple Play and get free installation. Plus, get X1 DVR free for a year. Click today.
It's a lot of time for the game summary now, brought to you by your local Nissan dealer. 6-7-0 Yanks, 3-6-0 the Royals. Junis, 5 2/3 innings. Sabathia lasted 6, faltered in the 7th. The guys talking about Aaron Judge's 2-run home run ties him with Mark McGwire with 49, most ever by a rookie in a season, and Greg Bird, a 2-run home run as well. So it'll be Torreyes, Gardner, and Judge against the new pitcher Trevor Cahill. So 14 starts for Cahill, now working out of the bullpen. And there's a strike to Torreyes. Torreyes is 1 for 2, doubled his last time up. Looped into center field. It's going to dunk in for a base hit. Hasn't played much and puts 2 more hits up on the board. And that takes him to 290 for a batting average.
It's not really surprising, is it? We've seen him do this all year long. Look at a hanging changeup. Looked like a changeup grip there from Cahill that stayed up, and Torreyes fought it off. A 2-hit day. Double and a single.
Cadillac scoreboard 6-3 Yankees. Back to the top of the order. Here is Brett Gardner. Pitch outside from Cahill, 1-0. David Robertson up. Now, one thing that Joe Girardi said about his bullpen is that this week he'd like to get Betances into about 4 games because they need to know what Betances they have. Now, he pitched yesterday and actually did okay. Joe liked what he saw. They've been working with him a lot, and they get him back to top Betances. That's another unbelievable weapon out of the bullpen. There's a strike.
It's all centered around his fastball command as well. And we've all seen Delton pitch exceptionally well since he's come to the Yankees in the big leagues. But we also know that when he has both pitches working, he's got a devastating slider. But when he has the fastball that comes along, that's when he gets unhittable. He can start throwing that 100-mile-an-hour fastball for strikes to go with that great breaking stuff. I think that's what they want to see, is him get that fastball command back, or at least get some confidence back in it.
And he threw the fastball more yesterday than the breaking ball. And when he started to struggle, it was almost exclusively breaking balls. Push, bunt, foul. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. With the runner going, a foul ball. We'll do it again.
I was going to go into my spiel about the Yankees kind of underachieving according to their Pythagorean theorem here, but I know your partner Dom might just go off on me if he's watching today. I better be careful. That was unbelievable.
Luckily, he's on the air right now, so he will not get upset at you. Grounded to second. There's one, and they double up Gardner. Yeah, it kind of went viral.
Yeah, it did. And you see there, Gardner, boy, if you get Gardner, you're doing something there. And that, boy, I want another look at this. Joe Girardi still kind of holding up a finger saying, wait a minute.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, he's not going to challenge. He looked, boy, that was challengeable to me.
So here is Aaron Judge. 2-run home run to right field in the third inning. His 49th of the year ties him with McGuire for the most ever in a single season by a rookie. He's looking for number 50. Eight Yankees have had 50 or more home runs in a season, looking to become number 9. 1-1. Two and one. Deep to left field. Going back Cabrera. Looking up. See ya. He's done it. Home run number 50. No rookie has ever hit 50 home runs in a season till Aaron Judge right now. Pretty special, David.
Even his curtain call was humble there. You see him almost sheepishly coming out and waving to the crowd.
Well, it's the 9th season and the 5th player in Yankee history to get 50 home runs. That one is ripped to left field. See ya! A bullet! Back to back as Sanchez goes yard. It's 8-3 Yanks. David, we're going to be watching this for the next 5-6 years, maybe longer.
Yeah, Gary Sanchez with that "Don't Forget About Me." His own historic numbers in his career so far over the last 2 years, which really adds up to a little over 1 full year. And Sanchez also with historic type numbers. Like another changeup, a little bit off speed that Aaron Judge stayed on and launched.
Line drive over the leaping try of Hosmer and into the right field corner. Gregorius will stop at first with a single. Some more numbers on Judge. It's the 45th 50 home run season in Major League Baseball history, 29th player to do it. And as we mentioned, the 9th 50th home run season by a Yankee and the 5th Yankee to do it. We're watching something pretty amazing.
Say what you want about baseballs or the home run rate this year. 50 is a remarkable number. And when you factor in that it's his rookie season, makes it even that much more remarkable.
And also he has 13 home runs this month. Here's lucky 13. Ball just jumps off the bat.
It's 109.6 miles an hour off the bat and went about 408 feet. Bye-bye, Mark McGuire.
He stands alone. I wonder if there's any correlation, David. He really slumped when Matt Holliday wasn't here. He's really followed Holiday right from spring training on. And they've taken a liking to each other and bounces things off of Holiday, really respects him. And Holiday was gone for a while. While he was gone, Judge's game also took a turn for the worse, but he's come back and Judge has found it.
I don't think you could say enough about how Aaron Judge handled that slump. To me, that was the best part. The fact that the slump came was going to happen. It happens to everybody. It's how he handled that slump and bounced back, to me, is so impressive at this point.
Well, Ned Yost is going to go to the bullpen with Greg Bird coming up. So Aaron Judge with 2 home runs. He makes history today. Home runs number 49, tying McGuire. Home run number 50, breaking the tie with McGuire and standing alone as a rookie.
If you want to buy art from an obscure website in China, and then pay your roommate back for the lo mein from Chinatown.
Thanks, dude. They not it, bro.
PayPal can do that. PayPal lets you pay friends back fast, so you can all chip in for gas and start your road trip off right.
I used to love going to sports bars for honey barbecued chicken, but now I'm doing the dad thing.
Yeah, yes.
So we go to DQ for the honey barbecue glazed chicken strip basket.
I like this dad thing.
I like this blizzard thing.
The sauced and tossed honey barbecue glazed chicken strip basket, only at DQ.
This is the Xfinity Best Offer of the Year, Dude Perfect style. Yeah! Did you see that? Want to see it again? Yeah! You get epic internet and Wi-Fi. X1 with built-in Netflix. And more shows on the go than anyone. Dude, perfect.
Get our best offer of the year on the X1 Triple Play and get free installation. Plus, get X1 DVR free for a year. Click today.
No.
With the Tampa Bay Rays as they gear up for the postseason. Coverage will start at 6 with Audi batting practice today and the Chevy Yankees pregame. Then David Cohn, Ken Singleton, and I will have the call right here on Yes and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. Well, we've seen some history as Aaron Judge hits number 50. And the Royals will bring on a left-hander, Scott Alexander, to face Greg Bird. Bird takes outside. Well, Mickey Mantle had 2 50 home run seasons. Babe Ruth had 4. Roger Maris had 1. A-Rod had 1. That was in 2007 when he hit 54. And now joining the club of Yankee 50 home run hitters is Aaron Judge.
You know, the best part, too, or one of the best parts is that he got robbed of a home run here earlier this year. It was overturned, ruled fan interference. It clearly was over the wall in right center here. And that's no longer a point to worry about now that he's reached the 50 mark.
And a 4-pitch walk to Bird to load the bases. And that'll bring up Todd Frazier. Grounded to third. Moustakis will step on the bag and get the force. So Aaron Judge, with one swing, hits his 50th home run. That ball is history.
PayPal lets you check out with any of your payment types, because sometimes debit makes sense, and other times credit makes sense. PayPal lets you set your payment preferences in advance. So when you're ready to check out, you won't have to type in those digits.
I used to love going to sports bars for honey barbecue chicken, but now I'm doing the dad thing.
Yeah, yes.
So we go to DQ for the honey barbecue glazed chicken strip basket.
I like this dad thing.
I like this blizzard thing.
The sauced and tossed honey barbecue glazed chicken strip basket, only at DQ.
This is the Xfinity Best Offer of the Year, Dude Perfect style. Yeah! Did you see that? Want to see it again? Yeah! You get epic internet and Wi-Fi. X1 with built-in Netflix. And more shows on the go than anyone. Dude, perfect.
Get our best offer of the year on the X1 Triple Play and get free installation. Plus, get X1 DVR free for a year. Click today.
No. Hey, what is that thing? This? Oh, it's just searching hundreds of haircuts so that I can find the best option. No.
Oh, kind of like how Kayak searches hundreds of travel sites for flights, hotels, and rental cars so you can find the best option?
Yeah, exactly like Kayak. Huh?
Oh, you look great.
Yeah, I knew it.
Compare hundreds of travel sites at once. Kayak. Search one and done.
Next NYCFC match on Yes is New York City heads to Montreal for a showdown with the Impact. Coverage begins at 7:30. Presented by Etihad Airways right here on Yes. So Aaron Judge hits 2 home runs today, has 50 on the season in what you could argue is the finest rookie season you'll ever see. He's definitely the Rookie of the Year in the American League. Now the question is, has he catapulted himself atop everybody else for the MVP? And before you dismiss that, he comes into today with the exact same WAR as Jose Altuve,
which illustrates the all-around nature of Judge's game. You know, WAR is statistically, encompassing base running, defense. It's not just about being a slugger. This is league-leading, major league leading on-base percentage. Can attest to.
Hyundai. Yankees lead 8-3.
When you go down the list with Aaron Judge and all the numbers that he's leading in this category, you have to go back to almost to Barry Bonds type years, back in 2000 and 2001 when Barry Bonds was on top of his game, putting up those ridiculous video game-like numbers. That's what Aaron Judge's numbers are starting to look like.
You mentioned the way he carried himself in July and August when it was a slog. It was not pretty for him, especially he was told that he could be the face of baseball during the All-Star game. And the commissioner said that. It could be. Didn't say he was. That's high praise. And then all of a sudden, it all went downhill, and he carried himself the same way. And Joe Girardi said today before the game, the thing that stands out is he took his walks. He said usually when somebody's struggling, they don't take their walks. They're chasing balls out of the strike zone. He took his walks at the same rate, essentially, as he had for the first 3 months, and finally he found it again.
Still did a lot of things to help his team win. And that's at the top of the list. His on-base percentage during his slump was almost 360.
Here are the contenders in the American League. See Altuve's numbers and Jose Ramirez for the Indians. Judges holds up pretty well. 3-2. So David Robertson takes over here in the 8th inning. Chad Green came on in relief of Sabathia, got 3 outs in the 7th. Strike 3. Kane down looking, does not like the call.
Boy, another look. It's on the plate, maybe slightly low. I think that's what Kane sees. And from the side, it does look low, and Sanchez, a good job of framing. McCain has a beef. And on the box. Just touching the bottom of the line. Borderline at best.
There's Melky Cabrera. Turns around to the left side against Robertson. There's a strike.
This is Robertson's 27th game since coming back to the Yankees. He's got a 1.16 ERA. Only given up 4 earned runs in those 26 games. Talking about feeling right back at home, never missing a beat. Try better than ever. Just 14 hits in 31 innings, 44 strikeouts.
Swing and a miss. 2 away.
On the black with a little cut and a wave and a miss. As Melky just says, uh-oh, I better swing. That's probably a strike, and it was too late. The old emergency hack.
David, I wonder, the way he swung at that pitch, you think the shadows are playing a role right now?
It's possible. David Robertson standing in sunshine, and you could see the shadows almost halfway between home and the mound.
Eric Hosmer takes inside 1-0. Hosmer is 1 for 3. Singled and scored a run on the Perez home run in the 7th inning. Skied the other way, 1-1.
Get a look at what you're talking about, Michael. Robertson's got great spin and life on his pitches, and somebody pulled down the shade. That cannot be easy.
One. 1-2.
We talked about Chad Green's spin rate on his fastball. With David Robertson, it's that knuckle curve that is well above average compared to the average major league curveball in spin rate. Tight breaking and late.
Swing and a miss, and Robertson comes on and strikes out the side. Royals go down 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's all Yankees.
Car's ready?
Wrong car.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. You guys want to check it out?
It's someone else's car.
What is this?
It's the all-new Chevy Equinox.
This feels like a luxury SUV.
Your car's here.
Bummer.
Do we have to take that one back?
Wah, wah.
Can I take this one home?
Current qualified Chevrolet lessees can get this all-new 2018 Chevy Equinox LT for around $199 a month, or get $2,500 total cash allowance. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
If you want to buy art from an obscure website in China, and then pay your roommate back for the lo mein from Chinatown.
Thanks, dude. Day not it, bro.
PayPal can do that. PayPal lets you pay friends back fast. So you can all chip in for gas and start your road trip off right.
This is the Xfinity Best Offer of the Year, Dude Perfect style. Yeah! Did you see that? Want to see it again? Yeah! You get epic internet and Wi-Fi. X1 with built-in Netflix. And more shows on the go than anyone. Dude, perfect.
Get our best offer of the year on the X1 Triple Play and get free installation. Plus, get X1 DVR free for a year. Click today.
I used to love going to sports bars for honey barbecue chicken, but now I'm doing the dad thing.
Yeah, he is.
So we go to DQ for the honey barbecue glazed chicken strip basket. I like this dad thing.
I like this Blizzard thing.
The sauced and tossed honey barbecue glazed chicken strip basket. Only at DQ.
Tuned for the WB Mason postgame as Bob Lorenz and Jack Curry have highlights, analysis, and reaction, plus a look ahead to tomorrow's battle with the Rays. It's only on Yes. Mike Morin comes on. This will be his 15th game. And he will face Ellsbury, Torreyes, and Gardner. And by the way, if anybody gets on, Aaron Judge gets another swing. And a strike. Hyundai scoreboard, 8-3. Yankees lead the Royals. Grounded to first. Hosmer will take it himself. One away. Now we have some more Judge numbers or comparables here for you. So he has 50 home runs, 124 runs scored, 119 walks, 417 on base percentage, 620 slugging. The only other players in big league history to reach those levels in those categories in a season, Babe Ruth did it 4 times. Hank Greenberg did it once in 1938. Same year Jimmy Fox did it. Then Mickey Mantle did it in 1961. Mark McGwire in 98. Barry Bonds in 2001. Pretty exclusive company. Fly ball shallow right. And it's going to dunk in for a base hit for Torreyes. He's going to go for 2, and he will be in there with a double. Ball gets away. Torreyes will go to third, and he'll make it. Kind of like the Energizer Bunny.
Yes, just would not stop.
That's a double. And an E9 as the throw from Bonifacio got away.
By the time he stops, standing on third. Frazier leading the thumbs down charge. Torreyes right back at you. Yeah, only 1, not 2.
Infield in, and Gardner rips one inside first for a base hit. Torreyes will score. Gardner is going to stop at second with an RBI double. Yankees lead 9-3.
Infield playing in. Hosmer can only look. Gardner, an RBI double to bring up Aaron Judge.
And here he is, Aaron Judge. Have yourself a day, Aaron Judge. 2 home runs.
Yeah,
breaks a major league record.
2 home runs yesterday, 2 home runs today. Now 20 second half home runs after all the talk of the slump. 30 in the first half, now 20 in the second. Looking for more.
And 13 this month. 2-0. Last Yankee with 3 home runs in a game, A-Rod, did it against the Twins in July of 2015. Gardner's at second. Judge at the plate, 2-1. Checks the swing, 3-1. And the pitch. And Judge takes a walk. So they'll take Judge out. Clint Frazier will pinch run.
Aaron Judge might not have wanted to admit it to Meredith Marakovitz, but 50 means a lot. It's a huge accomplishment.
And the pitch. And Judge takes a walk. So they'll take Judge out. Clint Frazier will pinch run.
Well, Aaron Judge. Not counting today. So in 173 games now, Sanchez now with 53 home runs in his career. That's historic in and of itself.
I mean, teams dream of producing one player like this out of their system, and these guys might be back-to-back in the lineup, hopefully for the Yankees, for 10 years. Both homegrown products. 1-2. Sanchez stepped out. The ump calls time after the ball was delivered. That's the second time he's done that. Line drive. It's a base hit to left field. Cabrera Fields are going to hold up Gardner, and the bases are loaded. Another thing to consider, David, as Dave Island will come out and talk, you throw Bird into the mix. If they could keep him healthy with the swing that he has and what he's done in the short time that we've seen him, again, that's 3 players that the system's produced, and there's still more in the pipeline.
There is more in the pipeline, and they are the perfect complement. And to be able to sandwich the left-handed hitting Bird behind or in between Sanchez and Judge would be a huge boon for the Yankees. So
Sanchez notches 3 hits in this game. that's going to bring up Didi Gregorius. 9-3 Yankees lead. We are in the bottom of the 8th inning. Pitch high. The Yankees looking for their 87th win. This begins a 7-game homestand for the Yankees to finish the regular season, then on to the postseason. Looks like next Tuesday. And I say looks like because mathematically they're certainly still alive to catch the Red Sox, but the chances don't look great. Boston's magic number is 3. And, you know, the cliche would be stranger things have happened. Well, not really. Well, there have been comebacks before, but this would be up there.
Yeah, it requires a complete collapse, which the Red Sox have shown no signs of being prone to. And it's not like the Yankees did not push them. They did, and the Red Sox responded, so they deserve a lot of credit. Boston's won 14 out of 17 games when the Yankees were going 8-2 over the last 10 games. Over the last 2 weeks, putting together a nice run, winning 5-6 series in a row. The Red Sox matched them every step of the way.
3-1 count on Gregorius. Bases loaded, 1 man out. Line drive, base hit to right field. Gardner scores. Everybody else moves up a base. It's an RBI for Gregorius, and the Yankees lead 10-3. And Didi picks up his 3rd hit and his 2nd ribby of the day. So he has 87 ribbies for the season, and Gardner scores another run. That's his 3rd run scored of the afternoon. Now has 94 on the season. And Tyler Wade will pinch run for Gregorius. Matt Holliday lofts one to right field. Bonifacio makes the catch. Tagging is Clint Frazier. Here he comes. And he will score easily as the throw comes into second. A sac fly for Holliday. And the Yankees lead by 8, 11-3. Kind of surprised Bonifacio didn't try to throw home.
It looked like he wanted to and stopped himself.
3. And, you know, the cliche would be stranger things have happened. Well, not really. Well, there have been comebacks before, but this would be up there.
Yeah, it requires a complete collapse, which the Red Sox have shown no signs of being prone to. And it's not like the Yankees did not push them. They did, and the Red Sox responded, so they deserve a lot of credit. Boston's won 14 out of 17 games when the Yankees were going 8-2 over the last 10 games. Over the last 2 weeks, putting together a nice run, winning 5-6 series in a row. The Red Sox matched them every step of the way.
3-1 count on Gregorius. Bases loaded, 1 man out. Line drive, base hit to right field. Gardner scores. Everybody else moves up a base. It's an RBI for Gregorius, and the Yankees lead 10-3. And Didi picks up his 3rd hit and his 2nd ribby of the day. So he has 87 ribbies for the season, and Gardner scores another run. That's his 3rd run scored of the afternoon. Now has 94 on the season. And Tyler Wade will pinch run for Gregorius. Matt Holliday lofts one to right field. Bonifacio makes the catch. Tagging is Clint Frazier. Here he comes. And he will score easily as the throw comes into second. A sac fly for Holliday. And the Yankees lead by 8, 11-3. Kind of surprised Bonifacio didn't try to throw home.
It looked like he wanted to and stopped himself. Clint Frazier with good speed on third. Not sure if he would have had a legitimate shot. But you can see here it's a little better than medium depth and almost a full arm swing and cut it off at the end.
Greg Bird takes a breaking ball strike, 0-1. Bird's 1 for 3, a 2-run home run, also walked. Second ribby of the day. And on to the postseason.
Not like the Yankees.
Second ribby of the day. For Gregorius.
Boston's won 14 out of 17 games when the Yankees were going 8-2 over the last 10 games. Over the last 2 weeks, putting together a nice run, winning 5-6 series in a row. The Red Sox matched them every step of the way.
3-1 count on Gregorius. Bases loaded, 1 man out. Line drive, base hit to right field. Gardner scores. Everybody else moves up a base. It's an RBI for Gregorius, and the Yankees lead 10-3. And Didi picks up his 3rd hit and his 2nd ribby of the day. So he has 87 ribbies for the season, and Gardner scores another run. That's his 3rd run scored of the afternoon. Now has 94 on the season. Popped up. Back fly for Holliday, and the Yankees lead by 8, 11-3. Back fly for Holliday more easily as the throw comes into second. Matt Holliday lofts one to right field. Bonifacio makes the catch. Tagging is Clint Frazier. Here he comes. And he will score easily as the throw comes into second. A sac fly for Holliday, and the Yankees lead by 8, 11-3. Kind of surprised Bonifacio didn't try to throw home.
It looked like he wanted to and stopped himself. Clint Frazier with good speed on earlier this year in Chicago and liked what they saw on a 3-for-4 night.
Here's Moustakas. Now in 2007, when A-Rod had 54, Matsui had 25. So that came out to 79. The combo of Sanchez and Judge comes out to 83.
Well, Sanchez and Judge on their career are remarkably similar numbers-wise if you take a look at it. Judge has 54 career home runs, Sanchez 53. And both of them coming in with just a little over a full year's worth of games in their careers. I think Sanchez maybe 176 games played, Judge coming into today 172. But how remarkably similar their career numbers are and where that's going to end up whenever it's done.
Strike 3, Moustakas down looking. And the Yankees are in out away from winning this one. Now Sabathia would get the win. It would be his 236th career win. And that ties him with the great Whitey Ford for 60th place all time and 16th among lefties. Pitch outside to Bonifacio.
Seems like every time Sabathia pitches, there are big names on the list that he's either tying or passing.
Two and 0. 3-0 on Bonifacio. And he walked him on 4 pitches. So the Royals remain alive.
Sometimes that's the hardest time to throw a strike, Michael. I've been there. 3-0, you got 2 outs, 11-3 ball game, 3-0 pitch. Trying like heck just to throw it right down the middle. It's hard to do sometimes.
Oh, 1 to Escobar.
One thing we found out about Tommy Kahnle is his changeup is exceptional. It's his second best pitch. And we know about the good fastball, above average velocity. And had, after a little bit of a blip coming over to the Yankees, he's really overall pitched very well. Another power arm that kind of gets lost in the shuffle down there when we're talking about Chad Green and David Robertson and Dylan Betances. Tommy Kahnle has closer stuff as well.
Swing and a miss, and that'll do it. The Yankees win this one 11-3. In the 9th, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. Now, the win is the Yankees' 87th, but the story has to be Aaron Judge, who I think, David, with his 13 home runs in September, the fact that he's hit 50 on the season, the other numbers that we've given you, has catapulted himself into a legitimate discussion about being the American League MVP. You can make your case for Altuve, you can make your case for Ramirez, but I think you can make an equally strong case for Aaron Judge. That's the kind of season he's had. Yeah, and that's the kind of finish he's having. I mean, that tells you what type of a September run that he's on right now, and not finished, but as good a season as Aaron Judge has had, and as hot as he was in the first half, his best month right now is September, and still going. Well, with 13 home runs in September, more home runs than any rookie ever in that month. 50 home runs, more home runs than any rookie in the history of baseball in that season. We'll go to the studio now. Bob Lorenz and Jack Curry will set the table for the rest of the night. Deep to left field, going back Cabrera, looking up, see ya, he's done it, looking up, left field, deep to left field, going back Cabrera, looking up, see ya, he's done it, home run number 50, no rookie has ever hit 50 home runs in a season till Aaron Judge right now.
At Coors, we lager, filter, and package cold for a cleaner, crisper taste. Because every climb deserves a refreshing finish.